the family in the car. It's that time of year. Wonder and excitement wait at Gillian's Wonderland Pier. Try the roller coaster ride or the giant wheel and touch the sky. Summer days and nights, Wonder Bear will be your guide. Fun for every age and size. Make the summer come alive. Wonder and excitement wait at Gillian's Wonderland Pier. Gillian's Wonderland Pier. Gillian's Wonderland Pier. Gillian's Wonderland Pier.
Well, when we were in Wildwood, they had 2 cubes on the front of their deck with Hunt's Pier on.
Visit the #1 family fun stop on the Jersey Shore, Hunt's Pier, located on the main boardwalk from Poplar to Juniper Avenues in Wildwood by the Sea, New Jersey.
I liked them, and it worked out. We called it Wonderland because we had the building that was built had 10 sections in, and when we looked for it just kind of all come together, We didn't really plan on it. We had them the first year. They've been there ever since we've been there.
This is like Playland up here almost. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to show you guys how to turn the cubes on and off and these spotlights on and off here in Wonderland Pier. We'll show you how we do it. White ones are the cubes, the blue are the lights. W-O-N-D. They've already been spinning.
Yep.
So
And with that, yep.
Okay, so I just went to the Home Depot, got some of these guys. They're called E-rings, I believe. And now that I have them, this is gonna go on Hank's mouthpiece right here. Because you notice the reason why his mouth keeps falling off is because here we have an E-ring attached to the end, but there's no E-ring on the other end. So this keeps sliding off and just drooping down. That's why his mouth doesn't work. Well, now that we have all these E-rings, we can get his mouth working again.
And our first number is the Big Mama from Tadpole. Here we go. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee.
The Wonder Bear was made just like the rocks on the log flume. That was a deal we had with Pepsi. We wanted to bring some attention to the park, so it was let's build this big concrete bear and have it all in the Pepsi cup. Wire and rebar and blown concrete. It's just concrete that was just out of a big hose blown onto it and then shaped. And in 1997, the Flyers, and we decided to paint the hat black and put a Flyers logo on his hat. They lost, but that was our jinx. We jinxed them that year. The Pepsi Bear was built, and then, within, 5-6 years, the base of it started to rot a little bit because everybody would jump on it and crack the concrete, and water would get into it, and it would rot it a little bit. So then, to fix that, we secured it by drilling a hole behind the legs and filling the legs from the foot up to maybe the thigh area with concrete, solid concrete. So we filled it up with solid concrete, and it made it more sturdy, and it gave us a couple more years out of it. But then when we decided we were going to put the roller coaster in, the Bear was in our way. So our contract with Pepsi was up. We didn't need to keep it anymore, so we decided to take it down. So it was just a matter of chipping at it with the torches, they're chipping at it with hammers to get to the steel, cutting off the steel, so that fell, and then slowly getting it down. But our biggest issue became when we got to the knees, and it was all solid concrete. So then we had to get jackhammers and then heavy equipment in to really penetrate the concrete and chip it up into little pieces so we could finally get out. That took a very long time to do, a couple weeks to do.